Welcome back to Nebuchadnezzar. This is episode 4. Let's get into the campaign. So this time we're going to do the Uruk period, and it's between 4000 and 3100 BC. And there's the city just north of Uruk that we did last time. We need 2,000 population, 32 standard houses, and we're going to build our first monument. There was 30 to 50,000 people in here. It was abandoned about around the same time as Uruk. 7th BC, 7th century BC, and the temples covered a much bigger area than what they did previously, by a factor of about 12 or so, 12 to 14 times. So these are much bigger structures than before. So this time we're going to learn about caravans, and we'll see if we go ahead and use them. This map maybe not conducive to using it so much, but we're going to build our first monument. So let's take a look at what we've got to work with here. We've got some fertile land down there, and we've got baddies right there. We can't build anything on those broken grounds there either, and then also up there we can't build anything. So let's lay out our roads so that we can bypass those and not have to run into a problem where we can't build where we want to. So let's stretch this road out and stretch it all the way out. I like straight roads in these kind of games. In this area, we don't want to build with that bad guy there. So let's build the road there so we can put some houses in front of that little hill. And then let's count down and let's go over. And then we'll have our structure, our 8 houses right there in that block, and then we'll also do another 8 here because we're going to need 32. So we should be able to build some on the outside as well to get to 32. So let's destroy a couple of these roads here. We don't need double roads. Get rid of all that. There we go. All right, so now we've kind of got our good setup here in terms of what we can do up here. I'm just gonna destroy a few things, a few roads, because we're going to want to build along that stretch of road there, and we'll just leave that there for now. But here's where we're going to build our farms. So let's get into that. Let's build one of our wheat farms here, and then we're just going to maximize as much of this fertile land as we possibly can. So let's just place it down here, and there we are. So now we can go ahead and set up our fields, and we're gonna place them all the way down here and maximize as much as we can. So we got 18 there, we got another 20 there, we got 20, 21, 24, and there's 30, and we should get we need to get 6 more. There we go. So let's place these things down here. Let's get 36. All right. Now, since we have a pretty big population, we're going to need a couple of these farms. So I'm going to build one right next to the other one, and I believe we'll be able to get 36 fields out of that next one adjacently. Shouldn't be an issue. So let's go ahead and let's plop this thing down. And then let's set up our fields once again. We need 36 of them, so here's 9. There's another 9. There's another 9. And then let's get... we can use a road right there coming in to there. So we can start here, and let's get 4 more. That should do it. There we go. All right. So now we can go ahead and build our road that's going to connect these two farms. And there we are. So now we have our 2 wheat farms that are connected, and plenty of grain that's going to be coming in for our bread makers. So we'll place a warehouse. We want to make sure that we cover the markets and so forth. So we also want to have enough room to put in a few bread makers and some roads and stuff like that. So I think that what we ought to do is place one there, and then we can place another one up there, because we like to have, separate warehouses for our wheat and our production, which is the bread and the milk. So now that we have that set up, we can go ahead and set up our bakeries in order to bake the bread. So we want them close to the wheat, and then now we've got our bakeries. Before we used to only have two bakeries for one farm, but now we're going to need at least three. So let's just build three, and let's set this warehouse up. We're going to set this warehouse up in order to get the bread. And then this one we'll set up to get the wheat. Also the milk, I'm going to turn that off for right now, because I think I want to store that along with the bread. So let me just go back into this other warehouse and then turn on the milk there. Well, I'm not sure if the milk's going to reach down there. That's the problem. I think, and I don't have a road or anything like that. You know what? I'm going to take out one of these bakeries so that I can build a road up towards where we're going to have the milk. So let's build a road up there. We'll attach it to the warehouse. So let's build a livestock farm. I'm going to want to have two, because we're going to need enough milk for the 32 standard houses. So if I put it over here, I'm not going to have enough fertile land, doesn't look like, in order to actually get 36 fields, or pastures, I suppose. So I think right in this area here, I'm going to build some irrigation. So let me go to the infrastructure, and let's figure out where we're going to build this canal in order to come down here and irrigate that land, because I'd like to use that land for the pastures, if possible, to get the livestock farms close enough to those warehouses to be able to service them properly. So I'm wondering where we can put this pump. Let's build the canal. Let's build the canal down here. There we go. And let's build a pump as close to that canal as we possibly can. It looks like we have to build it. There's one. There's a place right there. Right there. I think that's too far. Yep, there we go. And so we'll build a couple of pumps, because we want to irrigate that entire area there. So we'll build the canals and we'll connect them. That irrigated a lot of it, which is great. And then let's just pull that out a little bit. That should do it right there. I don't think we need to go any further than that. And then let's pull it out a little bit here to cover the entire area there. There we go. So now we've got some fertile land up there in order to build our livestock farms. that looks like a pretty good place in order to build one. We've got enough fertile land, I think, there in order to cover it. We just need 4 sections of those squares basically on the side to get to our 36. So let's go ahead and place these fields down. All right, so there's 18 of them, and then we should be able to go for 9 more there, and then we'll place some out here, and then 1 more. There we go. All right, so we got our 36 fields, I guess pastures, I suppose, for livestock. And then let's put our other livestock farm down, and we want it to have enough fertile ground there in order to cover the entire spot. And it looks like that probably will get us about 36, it looks like. So let's put it down there. Let's build the road in order to connect it. Making sure that we don't go over top of our other pastures that we built. So we should be able just to connect it right there. There we go. All right, so let's build our pastures for this one and make sure that we already used up all those guys, but we can use up 8 there. And then we've got another 7 more for 15. We got 23, 32, and then 4 more. Here we go, 36, perfect. Used up all the fertile ground that we could there. All right, so down here we'll go ahead and we'll get the milk, and that should take care of us. So now we need to get a market that's close enough to those warehouses to be able to service both those warehouses and get those goods delivered. Actually, it's just the bottom one that we really need, but we just need to make sure that we're going to cover that bottom warehouse so that we can get the milk and the bread. And let's just go ahead and place it. There we go. All right, so we have our market, and then we're going to go up and set up our cellars for bread and also for milk. And we're going to go ahead and set up our route here. So if we go this way, we're going to have to double back. Go that way, we'll have to double around. So let's just go down here and then over and then up and over and down. All right, that should take care of all that area, and then we'll do the same thing for the milk cellar. All right, so now we have our houses. We're going to put the blocks in here of the 8s, and then now we'll unpause it and we'll get these settlers to come in. And the first settlers have come in, and they started to populate our shanties. Looks like we have a route issue here. We don't have a route yet for her, so let's just copy that one. There we go. All right. Now we're getting some workers in and into our farmland there, so they're able to go out and sow the fields, so that we should be able to get some decent wheat coming in order to get some bread. We can fill out the outside of these houses because the woman's going to be going by and delivering it on that road. We'll go on the outside here as well, but we'll leave a space there for the road to go for the pottery, because that's where we'll do our pottery down there. So let's just fill this whole area here with houses and get more people in, so that we can get enough workers, because we're at 0% unemployment right now. We need to get more workers in and fill all these spots so that we can get the bread and the milk delivered. All right, so we're getting bread in. I don't necessarily see any milk coming in. Yeah, she's missing the resources for milk. We've got plenty of milk produced, but they're not going anywhere. They're not getting into that warehouse, even though we have it set here. So let's find out why that might be. We got a hauler there. He's just not taking it. You know what? I mean, it's already set all the way to the top. Let's see here. What exactly is the issue here? Got plenty in there. Is it because... Let's see the operating range of this thing. Oh. It's not hitting the other warehouse. It's only hitting the one warehouse, not the other. Well, that's easily fixed. Both of them, looks like, are not hitting that other warehouse. All right. Well, this is what I'll do. I'll just go ahead and tell them to go deliver milk to that warehouse, and then I'll have them not deliver the milk there, and I'll put the wheat in that one, and then I'll put the bread and the milk in the other one. There we go. All right, now milk's getting delivered, and now that guy from the market's going to pick up the milk, and there's the milk. All right. So now we're getting milk delivered, and you can see the houses that are starting to upgrade to pour houses from shacks, and we're getting more people in, and that's good. We're at pretty high unemployment right now, 34%, but we're getting tons of milk in, maybe too much, so let's drop that down to 24, and then let's make sure that we can have enough bread in there in order to be able to have some storage for bread. So our bread delivery is going pretty nicely. Although it's running out in some areas, and it's just because we just don't have enough bread that's coming in. Although we do have some bread stored, we don't have. We have 8 wheat over here in this warehouse, and we've got, I think it looks like 4 bread in the other warehouse, and then we have the market people that are going from the market to get to actually go get the bread. But we're not getting bread into the market enough. You can tell that the market is, just got serviced and boom, all the bread's gone as soon as she walked out there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up another hauler to bring the bread in a little bit quicker and more often to the store. In addition to that, we need those haulers to go get that bread. We have plenty of wheat in there, and they're making bread. We do have people leaving the city because we just don't have production supplies going out to them as quickly as we want to. But, they're coming back because sometimes she hits those houses, sometimes she doesn't. So what we're going to need to do is I want to set up another bakery because we got plenty of wheat. If we set up another bakery, we should be able to make more bread. So I'm going to set up 2 more bakeries there so that we can get the wheat delivered to them, and then be able to make more bread. Because now we're out of bread up there. Now that I got that other hauler, see, he is picking up the last remains of the bread. So our milk is about the same as the bread, and we've got 2 people moving milk into the store, but it doesn't look like it's just quick enough. So this is an issue. I've got to figure out how to work this out. So one thing I can do is I can build a road in order to make a shorter trip from the market to the warehouse. And I don't know if they go faster on this stone road or not. It looks like they're going about the same speed. Maybe they're going a little bit fast. No, looks like they're going at exactly the same speed. Maybe it's just for looks. But now that we've got them hauling bread and milk quicker from that warehouse to the market, let's see. We'll speed up time here and see if we can actually see if we can get the milk up. So we've got, yeah, it's getting to 100%. So I mean, it's looking pretty good. It's at 70. It's going down to 70%, a little bit low in the red. But we're getting a lot of the houses with milk, and then you're seeing the shadows of the settlers coming in. So there's some houses that just don't have any milk left, milk yet. So let's take a look here. Well, they're moving. I mean, they're moving the bread and the milk as quickly as they possibly can to that market. And we're getting really close to getting everybody with bread. It's getting close. We've got a couple of houses that don't have it, but now we're starting to get a little bit more bread into them, and then milk is just this corner here. Once we get milk to them, it should go a little. She's just not going to be able to service them right now. We just don't have milk coming in quickly enough in order to service it. So we got plenty of production going on with milk. We got tons of milk. Let's see here if we can build a caravan in order to go from this warehouse over here directly into the market. And the answer is no. We cannot go directly into the market. Looks like we need to go into another warehouse and put the milk from one warehouse to another warehouse that's closer to the market, just to get that milk into the market. So let's build another warehouse. We'll put it right over here next to the market, and then we'll tell that caravan to go from the one market or one warehouse to the other warehouse. And now we need to set up and tell the caravan that you should unload from there and you should load into there. So let's see if that caravan does that. Aha, there we go. Tons of milk. And now look at the haulers. They're just bringing milk into that market as quickly as they possibly can. And that should help. Let's take a look at our milk. I mean, she's got tons of milk now to give out. And when she comes around, here she comes. And there we go. So now we've got everybody with milk. See how easy that is? Once you have the milk going into the market, you're able to get everybody up to a poorhouse. And for this warehouse, let's just manage it. Make sure that we've got enough milk in there. And looks like, yeah, we're much better off than where we were before. We're staying in the green, so that's really good. And then for our bread, we're looking about the same. So now we got all of our poorhouses that are set up, and we've got 1,612 people. And we're going to need a few more houses in order to be able to build to get to our 32. So what we'll do is we'll set up the well, because in order to get to standard houses, we need to get pottery, and we also need to get well water to them. So we'll set up our route here. And there we go. That'll service all the houses. So we've got our well water going to all of the houses, and now we just need to get pottery going to them. And then we will be able to get our standard house. We got 51% unemployment. So down here I'm going to build a bunch of clay mines and ceramic workshops so that we can get that really rolling. We're going to need a lot of pottery in order to get these guys serviced. So with a bunch of pottery. So we're going to put down a few clay mines here. There we go. And then we'll do one more. So I think we need like 3 clay mines for every 2 ceramic workshops. Something like that. I don't know if it's exact, but that seems to be a decent ratio. So let's go ahead and put down our workshops here. We'll put another one next to that. And then we're going to need to stick a warehouse close to so it services the market. And we'll go ahead and we'll just put the pottery and the clay in that warehouse. All right, so now they're delivering the clay to the potter, and now we have a potter that's there. And then one thing we're going to do is we're going to get them to go directly to that warehouse so that the pottery goes to that warehouse quickly, so they don't have to go the long way. That way, boom, pottery will go directly in there. So that's always good to have a short route between your production buildings and your warehouse. So we'll stick another market over here, and then we'll have her get the pottery out to everybody. Set up the route. We'll do the same thing. We'll go over and then back up and then over and there and then over and then down, and that should give us all the house's coverage. So she's starting to deliver pottery, and we're starting to see some standard houses already. So we've already got 8 of them coming in, and there they are. There's the 8, and there's 9. So she's starting to deliver pottery to the houses in order to upgrade them to standard houses, and that's a really good thing. So let's speed it up here and see if she's able to get enough pottery out there. Looks like these 9 houses are pretty much getting, well, there's another one that got one, but there's a few more, and there's another one. I don't know. I'm not quite sure if she's going to be able to do this. And now we've got people that are leaving. We've got enough milk. We got enough bread. It's the pottery. So that's the issue right now. So let's see. So our ceramic workshops, we've got enough clay. We got tons of clay in there. Got 9 clay. So let's make another producer of pottery so that we can get some pottery, faster. That one also has got 10 clay, so we got plenty of clay. But let's get those even delivering even faster to that warehouse. And now let's take a look and see if we get anything better. Now we're up to 17, 18 houses. So it's improving. 19, so 20, there we go. So back down to 19. So we're getting better coverage, but we need something else, because right now, I don't think that we're going to get much above this 19-20 threshold. We just don't have enough pottery coming into the market. That's really what the issue is. But for now, we'll deal with that in a bit. For now, let's get more houses out there, because we're going to need 32. So right now we've got 16, 22, 26, 20, 26, 30. Somewhere around the 30, yeah. So we're going to need to get 2 more houses in here in order to get to our 32. We'll put the one there, and we'll put one up there next to the other market. So that should take care of our 32. So we're up to 24 standard houses now. The ceramic workshop's got plenty of clay. We've got tons of workers making pottery. And you can see here our pottery is in the yellow. And our milk is also in the yellow. But our milk is fine. It's our pottery. We need to get these more pottery to them. So let's build another ceramic workshop. And that should give us some more pottery that's being made. And let's build a road so they don't have to go the long way. Let's build a little shorter route to them. We'll have to go around, we'll have to go through there, up and over, and to them. There we go. Alright, so that should take care of the getting more pottery to them. I noticed there's some clay in that, up there in that warehouse. I'd rather them just deliver the clay directly to the workshops if possible. You'll notice we're at 25, so we still have a few holes to fill. And now we're at 27, so that other ceramics workshop right there did some good for us, but we don't have full clay in there, so I don't necessarily want to set up another worker because we've already got somebody with a missing resource. So what I'll do is I'll just build another clay mine next to it, just to make sure that we've got plenty of clay going into those. And then we'll build another workshop by that clay mine. So we've got 4 clay pits and 4 workshops. That might be too many workshops for the clay pits, but at least right now we're going to get the clay into those workshops so we can get the pottery up in order to get to these 32. So we're at 27 right now. We just need a few more places in order to get it. And we're up to 30, so we just have those 2. I really prefer if that clay was not being delivered there, but we're at 100% consumption now and 84% production. That's because we have too many clay pits per workshop, but looks like we got to our 32 now, so we have them all serviced. I wonder if this is sustainable though. That one on the side is pretty bad right there. Yeah, that's not so good. It could run out of pottery pretty quick. So let's see if she fills it back up. Yep. All right. I think that we're going to be okay now in terms of that. We've got a little less efficiency than what we really want there, but that's not killing us. So I guess we're going to leave it here, and we'll do the monument on the next episode. But for now, we're looking really good. We'll see you next time.